met at Southwestern College in the year 2002 during summer when we took a math class. When the class started, he was actually probably like 15 minutes late when he came in the door, and I automatically thought like, whoa, I hope he doesn't sit next to me. He's like such a slacker.
We're about 15 minutes late because of traffic. The first time I met her, she was sitting in the front of the class, and I was looking, I was like, who's that girl? So I decided to sit next to her.
Our teacher told us that the person that sits next to us is going to be our partner throughout the whole class. And that means we'll be taking tests together and, you know, sharing answers and stuff. He became my partner for the whole entire class. And
since we're partners for test taking, I'll look into her paper and ask her, what did you get? And she'll show me the answer, and I'll be like,
he'll be like, oh, what's number 1? And then I'd say, oh, I got number 27.
Oh yeah, me too. And I copy all her work. So yeah, she was definitely the smart one.
After class was over, we lost communication. And then in 2004, I had gone with a friend to a wedding.
I guess Amy was going there with one of her friends, Gerald.
I looked back and Ed was behind me. I'm like, whoa, how do you know these people that, we know, or I know? And then 2005 came, and, I was at my friend's birthday party, and again, he was behind me.
So we would just cross paths here and there.
The end of 2005, that's when we actually started communicating more and not losing touch with each other. And then 2006, that's when we started dating.
I remember taking her out to on a few dates. When I talked to her a few years later when we got together about these dates, she didn't remember any of it. I guess I didn't make an impression.
I don't remember, but he does.
But I remember taking out for lunch, Japanese food, and one time at Starbucks. And I thought I had a good time, but she didn't remember. On our first date, I invited her to my apartment.
I parked probably like a couple of minutes away from his apartment, and he cooked me this delicious chicken meal. He's a great cook.
Well, we were supposed to watch The Memoirs of a Geisha, and it was time to watch the movie.
We walked outside to my car and noticed that
someone bashed in all her windows. After they bashed it, she just looked at me and went, I have to go.
I was a little bit upset, actually. We didn't end up watching our movie, but then again, I thought that he had a little bit of bad juju, so.
And she got in her car and just zoomed away, and didn't contact me for like 3 months after that.
Ed's such a wonderful guy. He's charming, witty. He always makes me laugh. He makes me feel like my only person in the world. I don't know what to say. I'm like kind of speechless.
What made me fall in love with Amy was her kindness and how she always wants to help other people. And she's smart and intelligent, and like every time I'm around her, she makes me feel like a better person.
So for our 2nd year anniversary, Ed decided it would be a great trip to go to San Francisco. It turned out that he was going to propose to me that night, but I didn't know about it.
I thought it would be a perfect time to ask her to marry me.
Okay, so that Friday when we had arrived at San Francisco, we made reservations at the Grand Views Hyatt Hotel.
The first day there, we walked around Union Square just to go shopping, and we decided to do a stress thing. So they told me to hold on to these 2 cylinders, and then they just told me, or this woman just told me, think about something. So I was holding it, and of course I was thinking about the engagement or proposing. So I was thinking about it, and the girl says, stop, what are you thinking about right here? And I was like, and Amy's right next to me. I couldn't tell her what I was thinking about. I was like, I was just thinking about work. She's like, so work really stresses you out? I was like, yes. So we decided to have dinner at a restaurant that overlooked the city of San Francisco, and it was really nice.
it's a beautiful restaurant on the 36th floor of the Hyatt. After we had our dinner, he said he needed to use the bathroom.
I had something I wrote down the night before, so I wanted to rehearse it. So I left to the bathroom. I just started reading the piece of paper, and I was, rehearsing my lines, deciding what I was gonna say, try to make it right.
He took about 15 minutes long, and I really thought that something happened to him in there, but...
So I come back, very nervous. I go to the table, and...
He asked me to make a toast with him, and he kind of expressed how much he loved me, and I also did the same thing to him.
And I'm just waiting, hurry up already. I want to say what I'm going to say. So when it was my turn to say, I told her, you make me a very happy man. And just like the city is new to us, I'm ready to start a new chapter in my life. And from there, of course, my hands started shaking uncontrollably.
When Ed got down on one knee, I was really shocked. I think when he had put the ring out, he was shaking so hard, and that made me shake, because Ed never shakes that hard or is nervous like that. So I was shaking, and it was just so many emotions going to me. I mean, I felt so happy at the same time. I was crying, and he finally got up and got down on one knee and asked me to marry him, and I was so happy.
I was very relieved that she said yes, and it was a very nice moment. Amy always told me she wanted to dance outside and just dance outside in the moonlight. So one night I took her to J Street.
When we arrived there, it was actually really pretty because the sun set it already.
And I had the song Dancing in the Moonlight. I turned it on and I asked her, do you want to dance?
He took me outside in front, put on his headlights, and then we started dancing to that song.
This cop comes out of the bushes, I don't know, like a commando, and he asks us, what are you guys doing here? It turns out that area is a hot spot for prostitution and stuff like that, so they thought I was doing something bad with Amy, so that pretty much ruined the Dancing in the Moonlight.
Well, that said, I mean, we couldn't finish our first dance.
I'm glad we finally get our chance to do our dance together.